when I was 16, I was in a class. It was a digital arts class, and we had an assignment to build a deck of cards. Most people were just doing like a plain deck of cards, and that was my original plan. But while I was thinking about what I was going to do, then I remembered about build that wall, and no one's built it yet. So I was just like, I could build that wall. No one's done it yet, I could do it. And then I was like, oh, I could still do this other thing. And after a while, I was like, I just want to build that wall. I don't even care about any of my other ideas. I'm just going to do that. So then I would work on it at school, and I'd get home and I'd stay up late thinking about how it was going to work, because I was into board games, and during school I would play board games with some of the teachers and a couple of the other students at school.
And that's why it inspired you to make it short, right? Because you had only...
because your class periods are so long, you don't have enough time to play a big board game. So I wanted it to be a short board game I could play in school, and I wanted it to be simple to where you can give it to someone and be like, oh, let's play this game. Just play along with me for 5 minutes and you'll know how the game works. I kind of wanted it to be like that so I could play it at school, because I enjoyed playing card games and board games in school.
Oh, that's so cool. And so now you're building this card game in your class, your art class, right? Your digital arts class. And tell me about that. What happened there?
With that, then I was working on it. I was getting the game set up and figured out how it was going to work, and we finally got it. Everyone's plans finished up the projects, and we're sending them to China to get them printed. And the whole class was. And then the teacher was like, oh yeah, so with some of these assignments, then China said they weren't going to print. And he's like, well, these three or whatever, we can't print because it was plagiarism pictures. They found pictures off the internet and just modified it or posted it over cards. I was like, yeah, but I talked to them and said that we weren't selling them, we were just doing them as projects, and that it was just personal items that we weren't doing anything with. And then he's like, and with Daniel's deck, they said it's against their policy, so they weren't going to print it. And what I thought was so funny, I started laughing, and I was like, yeah, right, China won't take my money. So eventually when they printed them, they actually did print mine on the other decks, but originally they said they weren't going to.
Why do you think they would print it?
They probably wanted my money. Just kidding. I'm not sure. It could have been what my teacher said, but they did end up printing it. But originally then we thought they weren't going to print my deck, so my teacher's like, oh, that's okay, we can print it on the school's computer. So we get some cardstock paper and print it on the school's computer, on the printer, and I bring it home to cut out.